Okay, so I have had these headaches for years, many, many years. Some my whole life, but they really got bad 10, 15 years ago and started getting worse and worse and worse. And I had every standard test. I had all the different things done that the doctor would do. And I continued to have these headaches. And they eventually turned into migraines where I had basically a headache every single day. I would wake up with it, would go to sleep with it. It would vary in intensity throughout the day. And then I would be getting migraines once or twice a week, and they would last a day or two. So if you can imagine, that's pretty much like your whole life. You can't really do too much with that. So I never thought that it would go away. I had no hope that it would ever get better. And then honestly, I started taking a tincture from Hellfire Holler called Head Mender. I think it's called Head Mender or Mind Mender, one of those. It's the one for headaches. And honestly, like after a couple weeks of taking it and the lion's mane, I realized that I didn't have a headache. And I was like, I just kind of like stood there one day and I was like, wait, I haven't had a headache in a minute. Like it's been at least a few days or a week or so since I had a headache. And I was like, oh my gosh, I've gotten so used to them that it took a little time for me to register that I didn't have one. It was so weird. But then I was like, okay, well, maybe it's this, maybe it's that. And I was like, like trying to deduce what was actually helping because I also started taking some peptides at the same time. And then I still have the peptides and I'm taking them, but I ran out of the head mender. So, and then for the last 3 days, I have had a migraine and headache, and it has been awful again. And I do not want to live like this anymore. So, yeah, if you're having headaches, you might want to try this head mender from Hellfire Holler because I literally have had no relief from anything. The Tylenol, the Excedrin, all of that stuff really messes with my gut and makes me feel like crap. It really hurts my stomach. So I can't take any of that stuff. I'm practically allergic to opiates, so I get really sick when I take those. I was on a barbiturate for a while, a long time, and I do still take one every now and again when it gets really bad, but that's pretty much it. And the Imitrex was a migraine medicine that works, but it's so harsh on my system. So this head mender, like I didn't have any negative side effects from it whatsoever, and I am super stoked about it. So I am telling everyone, if you have headaches, you might want to give it a try and see if it helps for you too, because man, between that and the lion's mane, I feel like I have my brain back. Like I'm 45 years old and I feel like I'm 28 again in my mind, at least. So yeah, anyway, Hellfire Holler, do it. Love y'all. Much love.